With our beautifully ruined moss farm complete, it is time to finally start using the bone meal to beautify the other places in this world. But while building all these beautiful areas, I end up not finishing the terraforming. So today, we're gonna try to finish all the terraforming we can, and maybe we can complete our beautiful new village, Merka, by connecting it to the main path, as well as just making everything else look beautiful, and maybe adding a nice new wagon. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so before we get started on the beautiful terraforming, we gotta grab some of this bone meal. Oh yes. I actually end up going through a lot of this, but I think since we're gonna do more terraforming around this area, hopefully it should help. Hopefully it'll make it look nicer, and then as well as since we don't really have to AFK there, we can get a ton more resources from the farms there. But the main reason I needed the bone meal was for this village right here, which I am calling Merka. So before we kind of get ahead of ourselves, let's sleep and drop the stuff off. So after every project, I'm just gonna try to do a complete reset of items and things like that. So that way my mind isn't like too overthinking stuff, I guess. Okay, and now this whole system should just be going and dropping stuff off. I am gonna keep a couple shulker boxes, shulker boxes with me. Let's take them all. We have an empty ender chest anyways. Might as well just take all of them. They're all empty. And this place is looking beautiful, but we can make it look even more beautiful. I mean, usually for just like the regular paths, I don't do too many flowers. I will add like certain points of flower interest, but I try not to let the bone meal like go crazy. It just kind of takes away from it from my perspective. I get rid of a lot of the tall grasses, unless you're going for like a really wild look. It's just tall grasses get very busy. They're very busy, and since they're in the same like eye line as the player, it gets in your face a lot. Just the small grasses, adding bushes, ferns in here and there just to like break it up. So this is literally what I do. This is my trick. It is so much easier than just placing grass from grass. So usually I actually have a shear with me to break the tall grasses to grab grass, because sometimes bone meal, it gets a little wild. It doesn't place it where you want to place it, especially on the edges and stuff. Having a pair of shears is a good idea. So yeah, this is what I do. I bone meal it, shear the tall grasses so I can get the grass back, get rid of the flowers, and then place like the leftover grass in spots I want the grass to be. When I bone meal this, obviously the grass is not going to spread onto the moss here, so I end up placing the grass here. And since I don't want the moss to spread onto the stone, I end up just placing manual grass on there as well. All right, so after that we also have a lot of terraform. So first thing is this spot right here. It's just a floating spot. I'm obviously not going to fill the areas inside. That is just absolute insanity. But I do want to gradually slope a lot of these areas down, so that way it is, you know, not as harsh and obviously not floating. I also might add a couple of trees in certain spots. Like this spot is looking fairly blank. I do like that I'm doing like smaller trees in certain sections, so that way like the outer edges obviously are newer growth. Any of you are new here, the lore is there was like a great big war, and this section, I'm going to show you on the map, this section right here where all the snow has formed is cursed. It's like cursed from the Great War, and there was a whole battle, and a lot of it is uninhabitable. These spots, like this regular snow, hills and mountains, those are just normal snow. This up here is not the same thing. Well, as of right now, not the same thing. I don't know yet. Yeah, that's the lore. Uninhabitable snow. That is really it. But as you can see, I tried to add that with the ruined buildings and the dead trees. Eventually we will probably expand further into that direction, We might just have some ruined homes or ruined villages throughout this area, just for lore things, but that is still kind of an eventual thing. But as we go around this cliff here, the back has nothing, completely nothing, not even not even finished the bringing it down. So let's just say I get lazy. And sometimes it's just like, I don't know what it is. I think it's a content creation curse. It's like you really want to focus on the big impact, because obviously that's gonna help with your video and make it, you know, better and like more appealing to watch, being something you don't really focus on or want to do because it's just a... Wait a minute, do you have a shovel? Man, I thought that was my netherite shovel. That would have been crazy if they were just holding my netherite shovel. Oh, I lost the shovel last video. But this area needs to be fixed and needs to add an entrance here. But yeah, like I was saying, video wise, a lot of it is just, it doesn't make the cut. Like, would you rather spend time on building, you know, the terrain that nobody's really gonna see, or the big grand village or buildings and stuff? I do like doing the small things and doing the terraforming, and I think it really does add a lot to the world. Like even these little things here, some people just skip out on these too. Adding the trees, adding the grass and stuff around buildings. Sometimes they just skip on that and just make the big building and just forget about it. But I think a lot of this environmental stuff adds a lot to your builds. So I guess we'll start here with doing a lot of... We're gonna have to chop a lot of trees, and we're gonna have to probably grab some of the below grass and bring it up, because I actually don't have a lot of dirt. I don't have a lot of dirt and grass and stuff. And another thing, I need to make this area a little more mob safe. I can't just constantly be sleeping. Look at these torches too, just sitting here doing nothing. So I definitely need to find a good way to light this place up and still not take away from the aesthetics and look of the place. All right, nothing left to do but get to it. All right, let's get started. So of course, the first thing I had to do was clear the area and chop all the wood I could grab. So I did start gathering the dirt underneath the hillside here. I found another area I could gather dirt, which is this river area here. And the biggest thing for terraforming is I always start with a wireframe. Biggest suggestion I would say is go down 1 and go 4 to 5 blocks away from your previous wireframe. That will help give you more of a gradual slope. Wait, excuse me, you guys are not supposed to be here? What was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Oh yeah, the other thing I do for things like stone is if I want it more like boulder looking like, just like looking like boulders, I will do like some circular shapes with just some usually stone, and just get the shape first and then try to connect it all together. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you enjoy the rest of the time lapse, as well as do all the YouTube things, comment, like, and subscribe and all that stuff. And I have a Discord in the description down below, so come join it. Oh boy, it never ends. Oh, we're still bone mealing. We're still getting rid of these stuff. There's so many places. But let me show you what I've done so far. We got a wandering trader. Hello, friend. Nothing good. Bucket of tropical fish might be interesting. Hope you're liking the place, buddy. I hope you're liking the place. As you can see, a ton more grass around the area. I still got this section to do, but other than that, everything else is looking great. You've got lampposts everywhere. I am obviously spreading the light with torches underneath these carpets. You can see right here. Even though, you know, in the daytime, the light is not gonna show. Once these lights trigger, it'll look like it's illuminating kind of all over the place. Other than that, I've spread out all the grass over here. There was some berry bushes just laying around in certain areas. So I was like, I have so many poppies, might as well just add a bit of color here and there. That is what I did over here. The terraforming is more kind of brought down now, adding to the sections there. I also completely missed talking about this bridge right here. I wasn't sure what kind of bridge I wanted to do. I could have done a stone bridge or like a wooden bridge, but I feel like bringing in the, you know, granite, mud and stuff that seems to be kind of their color palette here would work better. Kind of brings it in all together. I can see you coming down. Wake me up when September ends. Do 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 do. Okay, there. Oh, head down here, and now we also have this little bit of an entrance. I added some rocks and cliffs. It seems like they kind of dug around it to try to make an entrance for carts. I do probably want to make like a broken cart, like a really small broken cart down here, and maybe add some barrels or chests and things in like certain spots here, just because I don't know, it's like in video games you'll just be like, there's barrels and carts and random stuff in random places. It's just to be like, I guess they forgot it or they just left it there and nobody's ever picked it up. It just adds a little more interest. I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to bring the brick, mud, and granite all the way through, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I might do something with that. But I do also like the look of making it a little more kind of cave looking. But other than that, now this is all connected down here and looking beautiful up here as well. Oh, I forgot to put some slabs here too. I've just brought the terraforming down. I've just made the back of certain spots look better, like these sections over here brought down. Oh, I gotta bone meal this as well. It's never done. It's never done. And then we've got the back of here done, kind of. But look at that. Because the point is, like, this water has to come from somewhere, right? And it's likely gonna come from over there or from over there. But doing all of that in one episode, that's crazy. No thank you. I'm already pretty terraformed out, but it's looking pretty good. I haven't textured the back yet. I think once I do plan to expand this, if I ever do, then that's probably when I'll texture this. But seeing a floating rock is more jarring than untextured stone. But yeah, it's looking great. I love this place, how it came out, the terraforming and all that stuff too. There is one section I will do, and it's this right here. Because this path is actually the main river all the way from Lawa to Wala, and then now down to here to Merka. We've got to make sure this is also like a nice looking river. There's a pig in there's a pig in the river. This section, I want to make it look a little bit prettier. Even though you're like, you know, I'm gonna do this terraforming, I'm gonna get all this, it just ends up being a lot more work than you expect. There's just so much more to do. This section, I probably do want to add like one more wagon, maybe like go in this direction to connect to the main road over here. So that way it looks odd to just have one, I think. So having at least two makes more sense. Might even have a third one, you know, maybe on like this side or something. I don't know. Just to make this more like a marketplace and someplace they're stopping by to sell things. But I do want to bring that road all the way through here and probably go around and do something over there. Still figuring it out slowly but surely. But I am very happy with how this place is coming out. There's still minor things like doing the stables here, like getting some horses, and making this entrance. And I don't want to do torches there. I probably want to do some hanging lanterns. We got our doggo still sitting here, protecting the place. But yeah, other than that, I probably want to add more trees eventually. Definitely add the custom trees over into the main road. But as of right now, I'm pretty done with this place at the moment. I think that's one of the great things is being able to jump back and forth so I don't like burn out. And even though I am still doing terraforming majority of it, it's kind of different. It's like different vibe, different materials. I don't know. It's still placing blocks. There's only so many things you can do in Minecraft, like placing blocks, but it's good to switch it up. So I do want to start working on this section because I have left this terraforming to be more desired. But I do want to bring this all the way down, but I don't think I'm going to do the back just yet because I eventually want to expand some of these farms eventually and add more ruined buildings and things. But I do want like this side here because you can see that side unfinished all the way from Merka. So I do want to bring the jagged terraforming down. So I guess we'll get that started first and then I'll bring you guys back once it's all done. Woo! But of course, we had to gather all the deep slate and tuff we needed. And then I actually made a little snow golem friend for us to get infinite snow layers to add a little more detail to the terraforming. And now we can get started on finishing this terraforming. Oh yeah, we're looking pretty good. There's still little things like covering up this lava and lakes and stuff under here. I've added a couple of snow layers around the area just to try to make this more interesting and just make this a little less steep. It could probably use a little more snow layers and stuff, but I don't know if I love the look of these snow layers. It seems very busy. I might just do the blocks, possibly. Not sure. This side over here is complete-ish. We got it all the way to that edge there, so that way from Merka, we're not it's not looking weird and busy and all that. I mean, floating. There's still like little things like I don't love that this is here like this. So I might like add some snow layers like right here on this spot. But other than that, I'm liking it. It's not like, you know, the main focal point, so I don't need to go too crazy with the details, but I would prefer it not floating. And then the other section we did complete is over inside the big crack. It's the big ravine damaged ravine, okay? I feel like I could have probably done some more damage or maybe made some sides darker. But other than that, the tough and the deep slate just goes all the way through. Just kind of covering up the hollow mountain underneath. Didn't go too crazy with the details as well. Just a lot of it's the job done. I might bring the dirt a little further down. I'm not sure. I could probably also add like way more snow layers underneath too. But if anybody's watched 127 hours, yeah, I wouldn't want to get stuck down there either. Might come back here to do the rest of these things. I don't know if it's gonna be in this video or sometime in the future, but I'm happy with how this has turned out terraforming wise. Everything's looking better, smoother, and we even got just some snow interest, which I like. We've got a golem friend here. Hi buddy. This is how I've been getting the snow layers. Not sure if we're gonna do anything with them, but you're gonna be here. This is where you live. I likely will need snow layers in the future. So that is where they live for now. But I like how we're jumping back and forth. It's just so I don't get like super burnt out and bored and stuff. I think it's the best way to keep it a little more interesting. But here we are gonna start doing a little more detailing, adding the grass, finishing the stables, and kind of figuring out the main path that we're gonna take as well from Walla. So that is gonna be interesting to try to figure that out. Then we might even build the second wagon as well. I don't want to go too crazy with promises, but we'll get a lot of the things that a lot of people don't want to do. Just getting the details, you know, refined and trying to make the place look nicer. And it's difficult to make it into like a video. Like, what do I even talk about? Look at this terraforming. I terraformed this. It's just sometimes you put your head down, you gotta go to work and do the work. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, you're probably wondering why we're in Lawa at the moment. We're actually here to pick up our good old friend, and that is Mabel. Hi Milo, how you doing? Here we are. Got Mabel. There's a chicken in here, laying eggs. Chicken is taking over. Oh boy. Alright, let's head on out. I don't want to take any of the horses from here, so I'm gonna try to grab a wild horse. Let's see if we can find one. I think there's some horses somewhere over here. I saw them while I was building the... There we are. Not too far, not too far. I don't know if I want to test their speeds, even though I do probably want some fast horses. Let's head over here. Alright, so we'll head down this path and see our nice new beautiful path. Oh, it's beautiful and gorgeous and just so serene. Gorgeous. We do need to do something about this section. It feels very immersion breaking. Liking it so far. But eventually we do want to start making the path over here. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Here we are. We made it. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Probably should fence this off, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fence this off. But my goal is to definitely breed them up so we can get a pack of horses just roaming around, give more liveliness to this place. Alright, nothing left to do but kind of show you what I've done so far. It's not much. Stables is looking gorgeous. We've got a small entrance here. We've got actual proper lighting and lanterns around the area. I just went with like simplistic kind of vibes. We even have the stables in here. I probably want to add like some hay back here to give more vibes. But we still need a name for our doggo friend. So if you have any name suggestions, definitely leave them down below. But this is looking great. I like it so far. We even added some more detail here. Caution hot. Please don't touch the burning fire chimney thing. We have, as you go further back, we got more wild growth, a couple more tall grasses. I probably want to add some double ferns eventually. They don't take care of this back area that much. And then we just filled up this area with grass and stuff. And then we also added a nice wagon right here. It felt like very empty in this section, so I felt like it needed something. It's the same wagon design we have over there, just to kind of bring it back together. Some other details I added, just more grass everywhere just to fill up the space. I will likely get rid of this stone, but I will keep this stone here just to create more of a platform, but I'll probably texture it and stuff. Down here I added another wagon. Just more wagons. It brings more life. It just brings more quote-unquote lore on, you know, your world, showing that people are moving stuff back and forth from here. I decided to do like a little lamppost here just because it did need a little more light here, and so I thought just a little one, not the big ones, made sense. This whole section still a little incomplete, but we did add some stockpiles throughout the way here. And then, oh, we got guests. Ah! Stay away from my village. No. Okay. Taking care of that. But yeah, just added more details. Just added grass everywhere, and then as well as we added a little stockpile here because I needed a reason to have light. But honestly, I could have probably placed a lantern on the bridge or something, but I thought this made sense. This area is coming along really well. And then the last but definitely not least is a new wagon. I just wanted to do something a little smaller, so we went with a pumpkin kind of sails here. I actually got inspired by seeing something online. Hopefully I can find it for you. Put the picture here and the artist who made it. This is just a nice small pumpkin wagon. I like it. It gets the job done. I do need to figure out the path here. I probably will need to do a bit more terraforming. Oh, speaking of terraforming, I did add this section. Here. Just a little bit of texturing, but I do probably want to bring in some of the reeds here as well as leaves and things just to add a little more interest. Eventually we'll have that base side kind of figured out, but I like the shape so far. Kind of nice flowing river. You can see the squid and the salmon love it. All right, and that is pretty much what I've done so far. I will make another path that goes probably from this diagonal section to here. Then we definitely need to add more trees. And then hopefully the village will finally be complete. I can't wait. So I'll be right back. Alright, before I show you guys the complete finished area. This is just a different path going down this way. We've got to make some villagers because I want to make the new village more alive, more movement, more alive. Oh, there we go. Perfect candidates. Yeah, just keep doing that. I need boats. Oh my goodness, this iron golem and baby are trying to take my bed. Oh, they're bouncing. What is going on? Don't be mad. I'm not trying to take a bed from a baby. This is my bed. The baby's taking my bed. Okay, buddy? You guys good? You guys good to go on a trip? I just made some babies for this village, so I didn't. Alright, now time to go all the way back. Actually, I could probably give you the tour while I drag these villagers along. But here we are. This is the start of the new path. You got some bunch of trees, as usual. You even got a rock bush. You got a rock bush thing going on here. I added a lot of these, like, just bunch of leaves, just to add more like foliage and bushes. Because I didn't want to add too many flowers in this area. It's more like a forest. Darn it. Yeah, I didn't want to add too many flowers. I think the path itself just kind of looks wild and overgrown, so that's kind of the idea. Just a little bit. Just one section of flowers. There was already some berry bushes here, so I thought, you know, adding some roses just for a pop of color, not bad. Here we are. New mining village. Hopefully finally complete. Come on, buddies. This is your new home. There we go. Yeah, this is their new home. Look at this beauty. Look at these tracks. And then down this section, I actually added a couple of birch trees. I'll let you guys go. I added a couple of birch trees, and then I added this like kind of orchid section. Blue orchid section nearby the water, and I think this just brings a lot more interest. I didn't do this side yet. I'll probably do the river and all this at some point to make it look prettier, but eventually we will continue the road down towards this direction to connect it to our beautiful forest kingdom, Lupa. Alright, let us grab our friends here and head down this direction. I also added an extra lamppost. I think it needed more mob proofing. I wanted to make sure the entrance in that area it's pretty mob proofed, just so these villagers can hopefully last a little longer. Honestly, I could probably free them now, but I want them to be closer to the houses over there so they can choose beds in there. But here we are. These are the new packs of horses. I added them a trough. One time I was too close to the fence and they kept escaping, and I was like, oh man. They are all descendants from Mabel, so yeah. I think it's Mabel and one of these white horses. So hopefully they're all pretty decent horses. I haven't, you know, tested any of them or anything like that, but okay, you better get in here. Okay, I had to break a wall for this. Now we can put this back up. Boop, boop, boop. Acacia, shelves. Beautiful. Like nothing ever happened. Villagers are so great. I love villagers. Oh, they already made a baby. Wow. Okay. Guys, enjoy. Perfect. They both don't have jobs. Oh, it's a terrible thing to say. But slowly but surely, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. This place is going to be super populated. But yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to do with this village. It's looking beautiful. It's looking gorgeous. It's a nice place to stop by. You're going down the main road here, all the way to Lupa. And obviously, we will be constantly here because this is where my storage system is. So we're going to have plenty of reason to come by and you know, drop stuff off and pick things up. So I am very happy with how this turned out, with the wagons in the front making it seem like it's a sales place. and just a nice horse stable. I like it. Even with the paths going down into the ravine itself. The village is pretty much complete. I might keep these ones as zombies because I do like having, in my world, they're kind of like orcs. I do have like just different people, like pillagers, zombie villagers, and then regular villagers around and stuff. So, well, I liked how this place turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys all for making it this far into the video. Please do all the YouTube things like comment and subscribe. Maybe even share the video if you like. Yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.